Welcome to Big Red Leads. I'm Big Red, getting you and your business back to the black. Today, I want to talk to everybody about a morality question that leads to self sabotage. And I guarantee you that it started at a very young age. We all did it. Well, not all of us, majority of us did it. Unless you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, family is wealthy. And when I mean wealthy, I mean well rounded and has means to do and buy and go on trips, all these other things. Do things that the typical family could not do whenever they felt like it. Understand this. If you got new clothes on a regular, new pair of shoes on a regular, and friends were envious, this is where we're going with this. Please understand, all of this behavior leads to other issues that come about when it's time for you to be successful. When it's truly time for you to be successful. So, why do we continue to carry this into adulthood? Well, a lot of the time, we do not realize that, hey, I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I get great grades, and my mother blessed me with a brand new pair of Nikes. I got the latest in fashion to put on. And my friend, my close friend, or my group of friends do not have this ability because their parents don't make as much. Mind you, we're all living in the same neighborhood. It's not the safest neighborhood, but it's safe to us because we don't have issues. At what point do you start to question, like, okay, me being successful is hurting my friends and it hurts my feelings? It almost becomes a morality question at a teenage year. You think that this doesn't carry on to adulthood? The people who grew up this way, feeling this way, playing down to their friends, playing down to being average, when in fact they are not even close to being average. I was one of these kids, and I have several friends who did the same thing. And as adults, I happened to be in a space where I was learning about the self, and I went back and asked some of my friends, why did you do that? You were on the honor roll all the way up until your senior year. What happened? What happened? What happened? So why do we continue to go down this path? Why do you play down to competition and your friends? That's nowhere is that a winning formula or a success building activity. As a teenager, you're going through hormone changes. Girls start to like you. For you ladies out here, boys start to like you. Your voice changes. Your body's developing. Like, understand, like, you're going through all this change. And all you want to do is fit in with your friends. Understand this. If your friends are not pushing each other to be successful, and we're not talking about just in sports, if they're not pushing, that's a problem. That's a problem. This way, when you become adults and you have started something from scratch and you've reached a level, maybe you're not a multi-millionaire, but let's say you've got a couple $100,000 in the bank. It's almost difficult to ride through that same neighborhood in a $40,000, $50,000 car because you feel guilty in some ways, knowing that there are people that you grew up with who have less than $10 in the bank. This part is not a morality question. This part is more of a personal or self-sabotaging question. Are are you self-sabotaging your own success so that other people can feel good? And for them, it's only in those moments, small moments, where they actually feel good about where they are in life. You need to question yourself. You need to question what's really going on. It's okay to have moments of doubt as long as you're able to go through them, see what the actual real result is, and actually make the changes that are needed accordingly. That same friend who was a pretty decent athlete but was a great student, maybe that person could be a partner in your business. The problem with that is, as men, a lot of us don't want to work for our friend. Well, how about a partnership? Whatever it takes to be a part of something great, as long as someone is bringing their skill set to it and not their doubts and fears. And understand, if this is a true friend, they want to see you successful. You want them to be successful. If it's a real friendship. Because believe it or not, some of the same people that you thought were close friends, in the back of their own mind, they don't want you to be successful. Because they feel like you've abandoned them. They feel like you've left them behind. When in fact, if you create a winning environment where we push and encourage each other to be successful at whatever endeavor or way that we choose to go in life, these are people that will be considered friends who you will have for life. So ask yourself the real question. Was my group of friends pushing each other to be successful? Was my group of friends really there in support of me when I needed that encouragement? When I wasn't necessarily getting it from my parents or my uncles or my aunts? Were they there for you? These are just a few questions to ask. This way you don't have to go through this moral dilemma of whether or not people are truly there in support of you. Because if I'm supporting you in your endeavors, hopefully it's being reciprocated back. And you're supporting me in mine. Because like I said, we carry this from a very young age. And a lot of it is subconscious. A lot of it is subconscious. So, ask yourself a few questions. Love you all. This is Big Red Leads. Have a great day.